As Clark County grows and develops, sometimes the best way to protect the local environment involves doing what is natural. There are benefits to choosing more earth-friendly practices, which can be as simple as planting native vegetation. For example, managing and treating polluted storm runoff is evolving. In certain circumstances, rainwater can now be controlled on-site rather than conveyed to a stormwater facility. This includes permeable surfaces that allow water to infiltrate back into the ground and rain gardens that slow down water while cleaning it of pollutants. The county has implemented these natural techniques at the Salmon Creek Park and Ride and the recent road improvement project on Northeast 99th Street. The latest county project to receive rain gardens is a retrofit in the Mount Vista area near the WSU Vancouver campus.
Mount Vista is actually a good example of where things have changed in stormwater development. There's a small detention pond nearby here that was developed with the subdivision. That pond actually failed a couple of years ago and it blew out the bank and we had to come in and repair it.
There was not enough space to enlarge the facility that discharges into a tributary of Mill Creek. To ease the pressure put upon the pond and to clean the polluted storm runoff, the county installed 15 rain garden curb extensions in the Mount Vista neighborhood.
It's like a big filter with specially engineered soil with native plants, and essentially the stormwater can flow into it directly off the curb, and then it goes in through a layer of special soil. It's engineered to filter out pollutants. Between the plants and the soil filtering the water, it holds a lot of those pollutants.
These rain gardens also slow down the water that eventually drains to the detention pond. The native vegetation planted in the rain garden is acclimated for rainy winters and dry summers.
I like it because it helps the storm water to get filtered before it goes into the main system. There's lovely plants, a nice tree. It really helps with if we have any flooding, which we sometimes do here.
Storm runoff is the #1 source of water pollution in urban areas. In an effort to reduce pollutants such as pesticides, herbicides, and fertilizers, the county has been promoting native plants and other earth-friendly practices for its residents.
Native plants are a great choice for your garden. They're good for many reasons. They're acclimated to our climate here in the Pacific Northwest. They attract beneficial insects. They provide food for our native birds. They're just really ideal to use in your yard. They use less water. You just can't go wrong with native plants.
To show people what native plants look like in a landscaped environment, the county, with the help of volunteers, planted 8 natural gardens at Pacific Park.
There's a mailbox next to each garden, and if you open it up, you'll find a brochure that has a plant list and a design layout for that garden that you can take home and try to apply some of those techniques at home as well.
Online brochures for these natural gardens, plus other helpful earth-friendly practices and information, can be found on the county's Green Neighbors website. Included are tips to attract beneficial insects and manage pests without chemicals.
Pollination is super important, and pollinators are really in peril, so it's critical that you have a diversity in your yard. You want to plant lots of different kinds of plants so you'll attract a lot of different insects. You need to remember that when you want beneficial insects, they're not going to stay in your yard unless they have something to eat. It's just a great place to go and see how you might turn your backyard into a wildlife garden, which so many people are interested in doing these days.
For more information on natural gardening and other earth-friendly practices, visit Clark County's Green Neighbors website at clarkgreenneighbors.org.